Welcome to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Terrence, where we bring you all the exciting action of the Southern University football program. It's brought to you by the Louisiana Lottery, Top Choice Products, Manda's Fine Meat, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Louisiana, Turner Industries, Care South Medical and Dental, Louisiana 988 Helpline, and Jerry Lane Chevrolet.
Hello and welcome to week 6 of the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Terrence Graves, where we bring you all the exciting action of the Southern University football program. We come to you each week from Monte Cristo Cigar Bar and Bistro, located at 7808 Howell Boulevard. Y'all check them out. They got great food. Of course, they got the nighttime activities going on as well. Monte Cristo Cigar Bar and Bistro right here in the heart of Scotlandville. We come on about 5 times a week. You can see Fox 44 Tuesdays at 10, and then Pelican Sports 3 times a week. But you can catch us at your leisure on our YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter link. All right, Coach. Open week show. First things first, let's talk about the work you and your team put in to get sharper for the stretch run of the season. No more open dates until our traditional open date before the Grambling State game. On the offensive side of the ball, Coach, what were those critical must-fix areas that you and your staff focused on this week?
Well, what we did was we did what my former colleague and coach Broderick Fobb said. We scratched where it itched.
I like that.
So we, in all 3 phases, basically what we did a self-scout, and we asked the questions, what do we do well, the things we do well, the things we don't do well, and then we looked at our personnel. So we took the first part of the week and we just focused on us, and went over the things we did well, what we didn't do well, and making sure we had the right personnel to do what we wanted to do, and it was successful. We did a great job of addressing those things that we wanted to address.
That was good, Coach. Coach, each week when we have an open date, we usually run a highlight package of plays that were from the previous games. So we played 4 games. So we have 4 games worth of highlights. And so what we'll do is we'll start off with the offensive side of the ball and show the Jaguar Nation exactly what happened in those first 4 games on some of the good stuff, the happy stuff. So let's roll our tape and show the folks. This is in the McNeese game.
Well, that's Jermaine Minor, a tight end, one of our tight ends. He's having a really good year, making things happen. Those guys are doing a great job of blocking and catching the ball. That's the other tight end, Dupree Fuller, on a big 3rd down play. That's Barry Remo scoring his first collegiate touchdown. They're from Catholic High School. And this is against Savannah State, and that was a great catch by Darren Morris.
On the tip drill.
And of course this is Kobe Dillon doing a great job of catching the ball out the backfield. T-Set throws a strike to Chandler Whitfield.
Yeah.
It's a great throw and catch. And here's another. This is C.J. Russell doing a great job of running the football. We backed up in the red zone. Backs do a really good job of catching the ball out of the backfield, and that's always good to see. T-Set does a great job right here throwing it to Dupree Fuller, I believe. He scored on this play right here. Great job, great throw and catch. Kendrick Rhymes finishes off with a zone play there. It's a good job by the offensive line. Guys are really doing a good job. Here's another throw and catch for a touchdown. That's Darren Morris, I believe, that caught that one. And here it is, Khalil Harris got a chance to get in and thought he was going to take it all the way.
I did too, Coach.
He got, guy was running hard and going against him. This is a great job by T-Set pulling the ball down and running and getting what he can get there versus Jackson. Noah had come in after T-Set's injury. He does a great job of hitting Cam Jefferson and down the middle. Cam Jefferson, a redshirt freshman, came up big in that game. This is Noah. He's scrambling, looking downfield. Cam Jefferson does another great job of catching the ball on a critical 3rd down. good to see a redshirt freshman in a game like that.
Is Cam
make
about
plays.
6'2", 6'3"?
No, Cam is probably 5'10",
Okay.
5'9", 5'10".
Okay.
That's Tyler Kirkwood, I believe, right there on the crossing pattern there, and then that's I believe that's C.J. Russell getting a touchdown right there. This is Jermaine Minor, touchdown, great catch, run, finish the play, give us an opportunity. This is 2 weeks ago against PV. It's a great job, great run, but I think that's Kendrick Grimes. And this is a great call right here, great throw and catch for the touchdown. The offensive line did a great job of protection. This is Chandler Whitfield catching the slant and then putting the ball in the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
This is C.J. Russell being patient, letting it clear up, scoring, putting us back in the ball game. And here's Kendrick Grimes' first play in overtime. It's huge. Great job.
That was a great game. Of course, that was the game we beat Prairie View in overtime. All right, when we come back, we'll talk about the defensive side of the football on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Terrence Graves. Stay with
For 25 years, we've been providing top choice goods and top choice service. So we're celebrating our 25th anniversary of Top Choice products. We want to thank you, our top choice customers, for helping us achieve this milestone. 25 years later, we're proud to offer a variety of top products and services like custom orders to take care of your family, organization, or business. At Top Choice Products, for 25 years, our priority every day has been providing you great top choice products and customer service.
Get your groove on with 3 new groovy games from the lottery. Put your boogie shoes on and pick up wild nines. You could win up to $9,000. Add in some smooth moves while adding up your cash. Play Add It Up. Win up to $15,000. This game is out of sight. Play Crossword Cash. Top prize is a whopping $30,000. Boogie on down to your nearest lottery retailer and play all 3 games today.
Life in Louisiana is like a run-on sentence. A poem that doesn't rhyme. Life is here, now. For life's moments, big and small, always there. The right card, the right care.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Terrence Graves. Coach, first segment, we talked about the offense. Second segment, let's talk about your defense. Coach, at one point in the season, after the first 2 games, your defense was ranked number 2 in the nation.
Yeah, the guys did a really good job first 2 games of the season. They played well, played lights out. And that's attribute that to Coach Henry Miller and the defensive staff. They did a really good job of getting those guys prepared and ready to go.
What were some of those things, Coach, that you worked on last week during the open week that were critical to fix some issues on the defensive side of the ball?
We worked on fits. We worked on eye discipline. I think that was the thing that we had to really fix. Guys were getting too caught up in the backfield, and that allowed us to have some big plays. And then we worked on the communication aspect of it. And then we just sharpened up on some of the things that we want to do defensively, schematically, and I thought we took advantage of that time to get those things corrected.
All right, let's jump into those highlights on the defensive side of the ball from the first 4 games of the 2024 season. And here we are against McNeese, and here's a great
job. The guys are running the football, stopping the run. The thing is, defensively, you always want to keeping offense 3 yards or less. And so those guys did a really good job of adhering to that. You know, it's three or less. You play the best. On offense, it's 4 or more. You probably score. Those are some things that we talk about, and those guys did a great job. Guys running, that's a good turnover right there. Marcus Bourne picks it up. That's what we always tell them, to run to the football, because good things happen when you run to the ball.
Absolutely.
That's safety coming up, making a great tackle, open field tackle there. Don't those guys really flew around in the McNeese game. Played lights out against Savannah State. I mean, you know, just everywhere. Guys were from
Flying
the front to the
ball.
back.
Yep.
Guys were really, we were creating a new line of scrimmage, beating guys to the point of attack, and really doing a good job of tackling, wrapping up, and just really dominating the opponent. That's the thing about it. When you can stop people from running the football and getting them to throw, then that was a missed opportunity right there by Elijah West against Jackson. I think that changes the outcome of the ball game. And he got that. This is against PV. We knew that they were going to try to run the football, and so we had to step up and get a lot of hats. We won 11 hats to the football, at least 10. And those guys, you know, they answered the bell. Guys did a good job of, you know, putting pressure on the quarterback, getting after it. And so, you know, we just got to continue to keep working. Coach Miller, he believes in, you know, keeping it simple and letting the guys play fast. So that's what we did. That's a huge block by Willie Miles right there.
Yes, sir.
This should have been a penalty, and we should have gotten the ball one time down. But in overtime, this is Jelani Davis with the 2 big sacks to end the ball game. That's what it is. It doesn't matter who it is. Those guys know it's next man up, and be ready to play when your number's called.
You got to love it when your defense is playing well, Coach, because, you know, defense, as they say, wins championships.
No question.
So you are looking for that defense to lead in that arena.
Yes.
Coach, before we go to break, one last thing we want to talk about is penalties. Seems like we get penalties at crucial and critical areas of football games. How do we fix that? What is the coach fix for that? Because you're not on the field, you're not making that penalty. It's a player, and it's a moment in time. I saw in the Prairie View game, one of your players got a real dumb personal foul late in the game, which could have been the difference of the ball game. But how do you get those penalties fixed?
Well, you address them. You know, when guys are playing hard, you can live with those penalties if he's aggressive and he's making a play. But the ones you can't live with the mental ones, the false starts, the offsides, and the personal fouls. And so what we did, we addressed it this week in practice. We addressed the individuals, and then we addressed the team. And we got their attention because we got after them after practices, and we do some things to make sure that that they are held accountable. And we got to understand that we can't be selfish. You have to be selfless, and you have to be smart enough to, even if someone does something to you, you got to be man enough to walk away. And that point was made, and I think that we handled it internally, and I think those guys understand that what we need to do, because we're going to be a disciplined football team, and so those guys understand that, and it was good that we got that out of the way and got it behind us.
Sounds good. Looking for more discipline for the Jaguars in the games to come. When we come back, we'll have our Jerry Lane Players of the Open Week, who led by leadership and example, not necessarily on the field. When we come back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Terrence Graves. Stay with us.
Get your game plan together and ride into football season and be the MVP with a new vehicle from Jerry Lane.
Folks, come on down to Jerry Lane Chevrolet, the #1 Chevy dealer in the state, and ask for the Coach T. Graves Special.
To protect my mental health, I like to listen to music and go on walks and just try to clear my mind.
I like to just go home, turn off all electronics, go on Do Not Disturb on my phone, and just sit there and prepare for the next day.
I read my Bible app every morning, and I also read daily affirmations just to make sure I stay motivated in my day-to-day.
To protect my mental health, I just take little breaks during stressful situations and realize where you are and what you're doing, and reevaluate the situation from a different angle.
I like to journal, listen to music, and like go on walks. The scenery really like uplifts me.
I personally listen to music, I read books, I give myself affirmations to know that I'm going to be okay, and I know that I am better at defeating my mental.
Please call 988 if you're struggling with mental health or you need someone to talk to.
You can't smell it, but you can almost taste it. And whether it's for a family get-together or a game day feast, having Manda in the mix always sounds good. For 3 generations, their quality meats and original seasonings have made Manda a Louisiana legend and made their family sausage Louisiana's family sausage. Manda Fine Meats, the flavor says it all.
Mom, you know I hate going to the dentist.
Yes, but you're a real trooper and didn't give Dr. Daniel any problem.
Well, I like Dr. Pam. She really knows how to get me to relax. And I like how my teeth look when we leave Care South.
Well, that's what a good dentist is supposed to do.
At Care South, our dental team works hard to create beautiful smiles and take great care of your teeth. Call us for an appointment today.
Get your game plan together and ride into football season and be the MVP with a new vehicle from Jerry Lane.
Folks, come on down to Jerry Lane Chevrolet, the #1 Chevy dealer in the state, and ask for the Coach T. Graves Special.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Terrence Graves, where we come to you each week from Monte Cristo Bar and Cigar Bar and Bistro. And of course, we want to thank Chef Celeste and providing us delicious food each week. You can check her out at chefceleste.com. Coach, jumping back into it, it's the Jerry Lane Chevrolet Players of the Week for the open week. So we're talking about leadership off the field, doing things right, not necessarily on the field. Who were those players for this week?
Offense, Chandler Whitfield. Defense, Kelby Gibbons. And Joshua Griffin was special team.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen. When we come next week, we'll have some more player interviews, of course, after the games with Joe Dupree. So catch us next week after we play Nicholls. All right, Coach, we talked about the offense. We talked about the defense. Now let's talk about open week activity, recruiting. Recruiting is in such a different space now. It used to be, you know, you had an opportunity to go see some high schools in your area, lock in on a player that you really wanted to fill a need for your football team. But now, because of the transfer portal, all bets are off. Coach, what is the Coach Terrence Graves thought process on recruiting in this day and time of football? Because it used to be you were going to get some high school players and you could get a couple of transfers. But now, because of the transfer portal, you can get a grown man who's got some experience and can really come in and fill a need for you on your football team. So talk to us a little bit about what is the balance of high school player percentage to transfer player percentage on your team, and as you see this thing moving forward.
Well, you always got to recruit high school, and our guys went out this week. Wednesday night after practice they left and they went out and they scoured the state. Some went out of state. We did some high school recruiting, and then we also went to the JUCOs, and that's the thing that we're going to do. We're going to recruit the high school student athletes because that's the foundation of any program. You got to do that, and then we will put more stock into our junior college guys. Because that's what works for our program. Everybody has a way of doing things. The transfer portal really hadn't changed the philosophy of FCS football because the formula has always been for the successful programs, high school, junior college, and FBS transfers. The only thing the transfer portal did, it gave you more access to FBS transfers, but you have to be careful because if you don't have prior relationships and you don't have do your homework, you know, that transfer portal could get you in trouble.
Coach, let's jump back and talk about the high school situation. You're in a unique situation, as is some of your staff, because of your age And when you came to Southern working with Coach Pete Richardson, some of those young men that you coached and mentored now have sons who are high school age. Has that paid dividends for you in this program, the fact that you got somebody that you coached 20 years ago with Coach Pete, and now that young man has a kid who's, you know, a high school, if not stud, good player, and the question is he may want to go somewhere else, but possibly because of relationship with you and the former player, he's looking at Southern University.
Well, I think it has its pros and its cons. Certainly, there are a lot of young men that we've coached here. You know, they have children, and those guys, they have some sons that are very, very good. And you know, case in point, a young man I signed out of Opelousas, Louisiana, years ago, Jonathan Ford. He has a son, Deshaun. Deshaun's one of the best running backs in the country.
Okay.
He's been offered by everybody.
Incredible.
So in a situation like that, you know, he's that good, so it's going to be tough. But then you have situations where you have players who have sons that are really, really good, and we're able to get those guys because of those relationships.
Sounds good. All right, when we come back, we're going to look ahead to our next game against the Nicholls State Colonels on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Terrence Graves.
Life in Louisiana is a song. A symphony of sound, colors, and movement. Life is here, now. For life's moments, big and small, always there. The right card, the right care.
At CareSouth Medical and Dental WIC, we take pride in helping families to better understand their nutritional needs. Our goal is to help expecting mothers and new mothers to take the best care of themselves and develop a healthy lifestyle that will benefit their infants from birth to childhood. When you participate in the WIC program, you will receive healthy, nutritious foods, breastfeeding support, and nutritional counseling. At CareSouth WIC, we believe healthy families are the best families. Call us for an appointment today at 225-650-2093.
For 25 years, we've been providing top choice goods and top choice service. So we're celebrating our 25th anniversary of Top Choice products. We want to thank you, our Top Choice customers, for helping us achieve this milestone. 25 years later, we're proud to offer a variety of top products and services like custom orders to take care of your family, organization, or business. At Top Choice Products, for 25 years, our priority every day has been providing you great Top Choice products and customer service.
Man, there are too many miles on this truck. I have got to get a new one.
Where am I? Who are you?
Man, I have got to get a new truck. I can't even get my boat in the water.
We're at Jaguar Chevrolet. We have a huge inventory of vehicles. I can get you in a new truck like.
Wow, this is perfect. Thank you so much, Jerry Lane guy.
Come see us at Jerry Lane and put yourself in a new Chevy just like that.
I guess I gotta walk home, man.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach T. Graves. Coach, looking up ahead this Saturday, Nicholls State. They're 1-3 on the season. They're coming off of a 66-0 win over Valley. Coach, got to ask you, Nicholls is one of those good old Southern University State rivalries from the 80s and 90s. Always intense games, always back and forth, usually great crowds. Do you remember playing those Colonels from those days?
Yeah, I remember my first time coaching against Nicholls State was 1994. We went down there and we fumbled the ball on the 1-yard line going in to score the winning touchdown, but then we brought them back here in 95 for homecoming, and we beat them pretty soundly. So it was a back and forth deal over the years, but it's a good game. It was a great rivalry. Looking forward to the challenge this week.
What do they like to do on offense and defense, Coach?
Oh, offensively, they like to run the football. They do a good job of formations. They have a number of running backs. Quarterback can run the ball. Defensively, they get after you with the 4-2-5.
All right. We were going to talk a little bit SWAC, but with time challenge, When we come back, we're going to wrap up this week's edition of the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Terrence Graves.
Get your groove on with 3 new groovy games from the lottery. Put your boogie shoes on and pick up wild nines. You could win up to $9,000. Add in some smooth moves while adding up your cash. Play Add It Up. Win up to $15,000. This game is out of sight. Play Crossword Cash. Top prize is a whopping $30,000. Boogie on down to your nearest lottery retailer and play all 3 games today.
To protect my mental health, I like to listen to music and go on walks and just try to clear my mind.
I like to just go home, turn off all electronics, go on Do Not Disturb on my phone, and just sit there and prepare for the next day.
I read my Bible app every morning, and I also read daily affirmations just to make sure I stay motivated in my day-to-day.
To protect my mental health, I just take little breaks during stressful situations and realize where you are and what you're doing, and reevaluate the situation from a different angle.
I like to journal, listen to music, and go on walks. The scenery really uplifts me.
I personally listen to music, I read books, I give myself affirmations to know that I'm going to be okay, and I know that I am better at defeating my mental.
Please call 988 if you're struggling with mental health or you need someone to talk to.
You can't smell it, but you can almost taste it. And whether it's for a family get-together or a game day feast, having Manda in the mix always sounds good. For 3 generations, their quality meats and original seasonings have made Manda a Louisiana legend and made their family sausage Louisiana's family sausage. Manda Fine Meats, the flavor says it all.
All right, Jaguar Nation. This weekend, Nicholls State Colonels at A.W. Mumford Stadium. I know Coach T. Graves and the players want to see you in Mumford supporting the team. So give Aretha and the ladies in SU Tickets a call. The number is 225-771-3171. Get those tickets and come enjoy a day on the bluff, tailgate, hang out, and be in A.W. Mumford for the Nicholls State game. All right, Coach. Go Jags!